So, about 9 months ago, I went to the doctor for a checkup. I hadn't been to a doctor in years, and decided to do a blood panel. Most of you know, I've been into fitness since I was like right out of high school. Was always in the gym, eating chicken, rice, and broccoli for 3 years straight for the most part. Went in, he was like, okay, you need to do a blood test. I was like, alright, went to do my blood test. I actually, by the way, love donating blood, love getting my blood drawn. There's something sadistic about it, I guess, but I find it fun. Anyway, went and did my blood draw, blood panel and stuff. They were worried I was pre-diabetic, and they told me obviously, hey, eat healthier and work out. That's like, well, I'm already doing that. Was out of the gym for like 5 months, 6 months, whatever it was. And I was like, hey, whatever, relationship weight, no biggie. Thought I was doing pretty good. I was kind of doing what I always did. I just put on some weight in between. I was like, okay, so heard I was pre-diabetic, and I was like, oh, okay, you do something about that. Well, a coworker of mine was doing keto, and I was like, okay, what the hell is this? Because you've lost like 20 pounds in a month. And he told me about it, high fat, about 65+% of your diet is made up of fats. And then you have, 15 to 20% protein. You have that small amount of carbs, roughly about 20 grams of carbs. And I'm thinking, are you fucking crazy? That goes against everything I ever learned. So I was like, all right, well, I need to drop this weight, and I like trying new things, so we'll give it a shot. And I did what everybody does, starting keto, and I was eating a lot of your cheeses, a lot of your salamis. That's where I was getting a lot of my calories from. I was like, oh, I'm not really a big fan of nuts, never have been. I'm just getting a bunch of salami and cheese and lunch meat and bacon, and it's all great. I lost the weight. I was able to do it for about a month and a half, going on 2 months. Going off track. So I did this, was, eating whatever, and I was losing weight, and I was able to do it for about 2 months, started traveling for work. It was kind of hard because I was only able to eat out, and then I was the asshole who was pulling all the bread apart and just eating the roast beef and cheese out of the sandwich or whatever. Got done traveling for about 2 months, tried getting back into keto, and then I was right back traveling again for a little bit, and I was like, alright, so I'm just gonna try and eat healthier and buy better quality foods, and so I tried that for a little bit. I was still doing like oatmeal and eggs in the morning, and what a lot of people consider a healthy diet, and for some it is. But I was doing a lot of oatmeal, which is very heavy in carbs. And then, I was having, whatever carbs at lunch, and then whatever carbs at dinner. It was kind of bouncing in between the weights, and it was really difficult for me. And I was like, okay, I need to change something up again. It's like, okay, try and cheat less on the weekends. Okay, let me try intermittent fasting. I've heard a lot about it. Now's as good as time to any. Started. Love it. I still do it. I do intermittent fasting intermittently. Now currently doing ketosis again. Been in ketosis for about 2 months-ish. Maybe 1 break or 2. My cousin had a wedding and stuff. And so I had like a beer and a little bit of some of the food that was there. So this time in keto, I'm more healthier about it. I try not to eat all these processed foods. I try and get a lot of my fats from natural sources like nuts, meats, avocados, fish. People hate sardines, but they're incredibly good for you as long as you're buying a good brand. Anyway, this was a whole 9-month journey. Finally went in for my blood panel, got the results back. The next day, actually, I was actually really surprised. This last time it took me almost 2 weeks. It was phenomenal. So my initial blood panel, I had high glucose levels. I had everything that they suspected for pre-diabetic. My triglycerides were creeping up. My LDL was almost to the above average point. My HDL was too low. Blood glucose of 100. There's a few other factors that go into it, but those are the kind of main numbers looked at for pre-diabetes. Then I get this blood panel back, and I'm looking at it with wide eyes. Holy shit, oh my God, like I changed my life. Is essentially what I did. Diabetes on both sides of my family, so I was worried about it. And you know, even being into fitness and health for so many years, what I thought was right, apparently I was still doing something wrong for me, because not everything works for everybody. You know, not everybody can handle the bodybuilder diet of, you know, having carbs and protein with the like minimal amount of fat 5-6 times a day. I was feeling like shit when I was doing that. But now I look at my blood panel and my HDL went up, my LDL went down, my triglycerides went down, and my blood glucose is back to a normal healthy range. For this blood test, it was at 80. I was ecstatic. I did an even more extensive blood panel too. I got all my, you know, I got my red blood cell count done and all that sort of stuff. Everything about this blood panel was just great, and I was super excited about it. And I wanted to share that. You know, I'm kind of ranting a little bit, but so going forward, what that means for me is I'm going to continue to get blood tests about every 6 months or so, maybe every 3 months, depending on if I'm trying something new, a new diet or something. And I just want to, you know, I want to track these numbers and I want to share them with everybody. Because you hear a lot of people about doing keto and, oh, you know, you shouldn't be eating all those fats. And I can get into a huge discussion about the fat scare of the country back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, but I won't get into that in this video. High fat isn't necessarily bad for you. Now, like I said, eating all those processed foods is a great way to start keto because it gets you into the flow of things. All in all, you're still eating a lot of processed foods, and you know, I encourage eating as best as you can. Try to buy organic, try to buy grass-fed beef. It's higher in omega-3s. It's just better for you. Eat skin-on chicken. Skin-on chicken's great for you. We were led to believe that the skin is bad. Skin actually has a ton of healthy nutrients in it. You need those nutrients for day-to-day life, for weight loss, for good cholesterol, for heart health, all that stuff. So I just want to give everybody an update. I want to add more content to my YouTube channel. Thinking about maybe doing vlog style videos like this, just about topics and health and whatever. Something I'm really interested in. This is my way of giving everybody an update and taking people to my YouTube channel. As of this time, only 2 videos. Thank you for listening to my rant. I know it's fucking long. Thank you. I just wanted to share. Drink water. Coffee. There's your bird.